Hey everybody, it is Derick Fage, your host of the OTTO'S Valet series. It's time for another edition, and we're talking about the biggest running weekend in the entire city. Brings almost 50,000 participants. Before I get to that, I should say this because I drive a beautiful Subaru Crosstrek 2026. I am actually sitting in the 2026 Subaru Uncharted. This is fully electric. You probably can't hear a thing because I was actually surprised that the car was on when I first got in. But let's talk about our guest today. I'm going to be picking up Mike Vieira. He is the Executive Director of Run Ottawa and helps put together this incredible event, of course, along with a huge team involved. But he's waiting for me at Subaru, Auto Subaru on Richmond Road. So I am almost there. Let's go pick him up, shall we? Mike.
Hey, good
how
to see
are
you.
Nice to see you, man.
Yeah, nice ride you got here, man.
I was just telling everybody at home, I didn't even realize the car was on at one point. It is so quiet in here, so it's actually perfect for our purposes.
Yeah. Nice secluded conversation in a quiet car.
Exactly. And you're familiar with the series, right?
Yeah,
I pick you up.
yeah.
Where are you heading today?
We're going to go to Remic Rapids. We're going to do a little course recon for the race weekend, for the marathon.
Well, let's get started. You and your team have been working incredibly hard. I know as soon as one race weekend ends, the planning for the next one begins. What is this race weekend looking like, Tamarack Ottawa Race Weekend for you?
Looking like a big weekend. We're sold out for a marathon. We're sold out for the half marathon.
Okay.
We are very close to selling out our 10K. Very close to selling out our 5K and our 2K. We're predicting like about a week or two out from the start of the race weekend, almost all of our events, or pretty much every single event, will be sold out, which is the first in 15, 20 years for us.
Wow.
So going to be around 40,000 people across 5 different events for race weekend. It's going to be super, super cool.
So, let's just talk about putting it together. Like, do you change the route each and every year at all?
Like a slight variation. So,
right.
So this is actually a great opportunity to talk about this because we're heading down to Remic Rapids. So there's a little bit of a change there. We're adding a little bit of a loop just off the parkway there to sort of extend a bit of a flatter section. And the reason we're doing that is we're trying to take out a couple hills. So for the marathon, people like it as flat as possible. And Ottawa, we have some hills, Parliament Hill, for example, Rockcliffe, those rolling hills there. So we're trying to get rid of a few of those ones and try to just flatten things out a bit. So slight tweaks there. Our 10K course is actually like perfectly flat, and the reason why we know that is because we keep on setting the 10K road racing record there. So we've done it for the last 2 years. It's since been broken somewhere else, and we're going to try to bring it back. We've got a really fast field to do that. So we're pretty excited. So minor tweaks here and there. A couple little start changes too. There's a little bit of construction downtown. So starting maybe a little bit further forward, a little bit further, or a little bit back in places, just to sort of get our distance where we need to. So, yeah.
So that 10K obviously presented by OTTO'S.
Yeah, exactly.
Been a great spot. What did those relationships mean to race weekend?
Yeah, it's everything. OTTO'S is... they're just like the perfect city partner. They represent, you call it OTTO'S, but it's OTTO'S. They're the perfect city partner. They support so many sporting organizations, causes in the city, and it really helps us, just not worry about registration numbers or things like that. When we have a solid partner that's going to come up and support us, amplify our messages, amplify the messages of our charities, all that sort of just wonderful stuff and good community partners. So, having OTTO'S sponsoring our 10K and also our Canada Day races, it means a lot to us, and it means a lot to the community, and it just allows people to do these races, at a reasonable cost, I guess you could say. Yeah.
And does that, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, is that 10K the Canadian Championship
that is correct,
as well?
Yeah. Right. Canadian National Championship Road 10K. Yeah, that's it.
And my understanding is you have a 100-year-old that is going to be walking the 5K. Why is, obviously 100 years old.
Yeah.
Whenever we mention that, those kind of years, it always sounds impressive. What makes this so impressive?
Well, anyone who's who's lived 100 years. So he's lived 50 years longer than this event has existed. And it's just a wonderful story. Like his family sort of approached us and asked him, like, is it okay if he's just walking? It's like, of course, anyone can do these events. You don't need to be, I mean, it's the 10K championships or whatever the case may be. We've got some elite runners, but it's a community-based event. 95% of the people here are just doing it for their own reasons, their own goals and that sort of stuff. And this guy decided that he wanted to raise some money and he wanted to represent his family as well, and just try to get out there and do the 5K, which is a big accomplishment. We also have an 80-year-old gentleman who is completing his, I believe it's his 52nd marathon with us.
Oh my gosh!
So it's these people, they're Ottawa true proud people, and they want to get out there and support the event and maybe do some other fun stuff for the community as well.
And so many people, Mike, running for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Raising funds for something that's, near and dear to their heart. Let's talk about that. I know OTTO'S has a team. Mm-hmm. They have the OTTO'S Ottawa Power Crew, but different organizations put teams together. Tell me, first of all, a little bit about the Power Crew.
Okay, so the Power Crew is a bunch of, we'll call them social media influencers that represent the race and also all of our events across Run Ottawa's portfolio of different runs. So they're tasked with getting out there and engaging the community, going to run clubs, getting people excited about the event, encourage people to try these events. They have codes that they can provide people if they want to try event that they may not have considered entering before. And they also just represent our partners by sort of helping out with promoting gels and nutrition and merchandise and all that sort of stuff. So they're out there just in the community, and they're usually all big runners themselves, and they're from all across Canada and even some in the States. So we have one out in Vancouver, a couple down in the States for the past couple of years, a few in Toronto. So they're just trying to generate buzz and excitement and get people to realize that Ottawa Race Weekend it's a big deal, and it's fun to come to and fun to race at. Mm-hmm.
And it gives back to the community. Yeah. People get to choose who they give back to. Tell me about that component.
Yeah, so there's a charity challenge involved with Race Weekend. This year we will break $10 million raised in the past 11 years. So $10 million, and that's in our community. These are all community charities. Big ones we can always talk about. The Ottawa Hospital Foundation is a great one. Omar is one that I got to know very recently, which helps newcomers and refugees get settled in Ottawa, gives them about a year worth of support to get them on their feet and become acclimatized to living in Canada and Ottawa especially.
Right.
So when you register, there's tons of opportunities to choose a charity to donate to. You can even just press a button and say donate for me, and we distribute funds equitably across all these different charities. We have 82 charities which are registered for this year across all sorts of social and environmental causes, and all very much local to Ottawa. So big deal, and you can run and you can do something for someone else or do something for your community, which is, I think, a big ethos of us, is where we are trying to make Ottawa a better place to live, run, play, and enjoy yourself.
Let's talk about the people that are on the road, on the side, cheering these runners on. Like, what does that mean to them? How big of a deal is that?
Well, I mean, the atmosphere around Race Weekend is second to none. And, we get it from people who come from all over the world to come here, and they say, like, you guys have something really special here. And people coming out and supporting their family, supporting their friends, colleagues, whatever the case may be, you don't have to put on a pair of shoes to be a part of this event. And I highly encourage you just get out there and see. It's fun to watch those elite guys fly down. Side note here, one of the reasons we're coming to this place is because I have to check out potholes, because they go so fast. For the average person, you might think, oh, they're going for a marathon, they're going slow. It's like, no. The average person cannot run this fast. So, like, if there's like cracks and divots in the road, we have to mark them. We have to make sure that, like, there's they're
visible,
exactly,
right?
Because these guys are going so quickly that it's a rolled ankle is a big deal if you're that's your livelihood. But no, back to the Spectators. It's so fun. Like, I highly encourage, if you don't run, it's a great weekend. It sort of kicks off the summer sort of festival in Ottawa of all the different events. Come out beside, we're on the Ottawa River right now, come out beside the Ottawa River, check it out, just watch, cheer, You know, if you know a friend, break a sign, that sort of stuff, be loud, we encourage it. The closer you get to downtown and like the start and finish area, the more people there's going to be around, the more excitement. There's cheer stations like almost every other kilometer.
I know, and like neighborhoods get together, right? And to create these amazing cheer stations and to hand out water and to encourage the runners, it's really special. You mentioned elite runners, like we're talking about some of the best in the world. Olympians will be running at Ottawa Race Weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? We've got Rory Linkletter is coming, which is he's just such a great guy. He's Canada's best marathoner at the moment. And he's racing in our marathon. He just raced in Boston and had a stellar time. I think he set a PB of like 2:06. It wasn't even it wasn't even the win, but I mean, still just unbelievably fast. So we're going to be cheering for him. He's got a nice big mullet, so like you pick him out of the house, like red hair, and you know, so he's going to stand out like a sore thumb, and you can cheer him on. He's going to be super fun to watch. But then we also have just a huge crop of Canadian talent in the 10K. We do really try to put a big effort into bring as many of these sort of up and coming Canadian athletes here. And as I said, the men's record has fallen the last couple of years in our course. So you know, it's super fun. We've got Cam Levins, who's also a very good marathoner, not doing our marathon, but he's going to be running. He was this close to hitting the record last year and just got nipped at the line. So I think he's coming back for a little bit of payback, a little bit of revenge. So look for him to go out hot. And I mean, there's just Olympians, world class athletes. It's pretty special.
Didn't mention a lot necessarily about the 5 and the 2K and the kids marathon, but those are all options. Are there any spots available? Okay.
As I said, so 10, 5, 2, and 1K all still have spots available. But as I said, by about May 15th, May 16th, they're done. Like we are expecting them to be completely sold out. And that's it. That's all for this year. But next year opens on race weekend, so if you're interested, well, I mean that's just it. People need to plan, especially for a marathon, right? You don't just get off the couch one day and say, hey, next week I'm running a marathon. Well, I mean some people do, but they're crazy. But sometimes people like a little bit of time to plan and everything like that. And there's a lot going on in Ottawa these days. So I mean, you got to get in early, and we're going to try very hard to open up more spots in the marathon because it keeps on selling out earlier and earlier. So maybe starting a little earlier just so it's not so congested. But we want to make it a really good experience for the users. So we're trying to keep that cap down so it's you're not just tripping over yourself or others.
Well, I can tell you from covering it in past years that the racers, those just there cheering everyone on, it's always positive feedback. You and your team have done such a wonderful job, Mike. Really appreciate your time too today.
Yeah. No, shout out to the team. I mean, I kind of just sit back and watch people do amazing work, and Run Ottawa's got a great crew, and the volunteers are amazing. So anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for
pleasure.
The ride.
Thanks for doing this.
Awesome. Yeah.
Again, that's Mike Vieira. He is the Executive Director of Run Ottawa. Still some spots available, as Mike mentioned, so visit the website to find out more information. This, again, has been another great edition of the OTTO'S Valet series. I'm your host, Derick Fage. Check out some of our other ones. Go to our OTTO'S YouTube page, and you can find some of our previous interviews as well. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.